Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. Now normally I do some epic gameplay on this channel, but today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently because I need to talk about some things because oh my god. So recently I got my hands on the ultimate Keyblade. And when I first found out how you access the ultimate Keyblade is just by simply synthesizing all the items at the Moogle store. Easy, right? And then afterwards you get the blueprints for the ultimate Keyblade plus an item for Donald and Goofy, which I was like, that's easy. I can get that done pretty quickly. What can possibly go wrong? Boy, was I stupid. Because oh my god, the grinding you have to do to just to get the blueprint for this weapon. Oh my god. So today I'm talking about the enemies, just the most annoying enemies you can encounter when having to grind for this stuff. So that's what I'm doing. I've made a list of my top 5 most hated enemies to encounter because oh my god, I just can't. I just need to talk about it because frustration, and it was so yeah, this is what we're going to be talking about today. But before we start, I just need to quickly just clarify, this is my personal list. This is just a list of the enemies that I have encountered that I did not enjoy. So your list may look completely different to mine, you know? My number 1 might be your number 5. And if that is the case, how is that your number 5? Because I need to know what your number 1 is, if that is your number 5. Because to me, that's the worst, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that point. So let's begin at number 5. So my number 5 for the most hated grinding farming enemy that you encounter is the white mushroom. The reason why I hated fighting the white mushroom, first off, it's in Tarzan World, which I hate Tarzan World. It's my number 1 hated place to be at. Like all enemies, you go in and out of the area until the enemy spawns in. This guy, there are 3 white mushrooms in the one area, and this is kind of simple because all you need to do is they will do a motion, you cast a spell that relates to that motion that they are doing. So if they fall on the ground, it's cure. Too hot, you gotta cool them down. If they're freezing, you gotta warm them up. If there's like a dooming light glowing over them, you just need to cast thunder. So they will do the things that coincide with that part of magic. So the annoying thing for doing these guys is sometimes you will cast cure on them, for example, and they just won't do the cure again. They won't fall on the ground and you're there waiting and waiting for them to do the next motion and they just don't do it. They just don't do it. After a while, they have a little personal timer. Poof, just go. And you're just there like, well, that was a waste of time, but it's okay because you got 3 guys to do it on, right? But no, they all have the same timer, so you got to be really quick enough to get 3 of them, because by casting the 3 same magic on one, that's how you get the item. But it's just a massive waiting game, and that's what frustrated me with these guys, is you're literally just waiting and they won't do the thing and they just vanish away and you're just there like, well, now I got to do this all over again. It was frustrating. Like, it wasn't that bad, but it was just so time consuming, and the pressure of just making sure you got the magic spell correct, and you gotta it was too much. So yeah, they're my number 5. Weren't too bad. It's just they're doing their own thing. So it's literally down to them how you do. Number 4 is obtaining Serenity Power by the pink, wait, how do you say that? Agaricus. Pink Agaricus. I just learned a new word today. Pretty cool. So for the pink Agaricus, it's a bit more of a long process to do. And it's in Tarzan World, my favorite place. So for this guy, you again, same thing, go in and out. It will be some white mushrooms, but these guys are standing still. So you have to cast stop on all of them. And there are 3 mushrooms in this one little area, and they are random spawned. So you don't know where they're gonna be whenever they're active. So you have to go around the whole area and try and find them. When you find all 3 of the mushrooms, that activates the big mushroom. But oh my god, actually wait, before I get into the big mushroom, there's this one white mushroom that is in the worst place you can ever find him. So there's like this beam, they go on top of the house, and there is this beam where this little guy is just kind of touching the corner, but to get on the beam, oh my god, it was so frustrating. You have to kind of angle yourself to land on the beam and then be able to cast stop, but The first time I did this, I hated it so much. It was just such a mission and an ordeal. So I just, screw that white mushroom. I hate that guy. Anyway, once you stop all 3 mushrooms, then the big pink mushroom will appear. This guy is so much more of a process and a routine, because I watch so many tutorial videos on how you get the Serenity power. And the guy who was watching,
Hello everybody, editing me here. I just wanted to give a really massive shout out to Famine 150 or 150, you can call it, because they were the person that I watched all of the guides on how to get any of the items. So when I reference watching someone do it, it's this person. I will leave a link in the description. Go and check them out. Their guides are really, really helpful on how to get all the items. So yeah, thank you to that person. So if I'm ever referencing someone's videos, it's this guy. So thank you so much.
doing it was nailing it. He was like boom, 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 and just kind of got it. I just realized, are you kicking up my rug? Sorry, my cat was kicking up my rug. So, pink mushroom. And this guy made it look really easy. So I was like, okay, I can do this. You need to have Ragnarok to do so. So I was like, I have that. This is gonna be fine. So you have to target its head and then stop it and then cast Ragnarok and then hit it with Ragnarok. And then Ragnarok will time out. So then you have to hit it with your Keyblade, wait for Ragnarok to time in again, use Ragnarok again, hit him, and try and get Ragnarok done 3 times. This guy that I watched made it look so easy. Made it look so ridiculously easy. I was just like, oh, this is gonna be fine. No, I don't think I was doing it right at certain points. I did get the Serenity power, so I'm not going to complain too much. But it just felt like in my bones, I was like, I'm doing something wrong and I'm not making it look right. It just didn't feel right to me. But I got it, so it's fine. And like the percentage of even dropping the Serenity power is insane. I think it's like 30%, I think. I could be very wrong on that. But the idea is the more you hit it, the more likely you're going to be getting Serenity power. The thing that annoyed me is the process. It was the process of getting the pink mushroom to spawn. Again, going back and in and out of the room and then waiting for it to spawn in, stopping all the mushrooms and then getting to the big mushroom. And then it was just such a journey. And then you're not even guaranteed to get it all the time. And it was just, I didn't mind it because it was kind of like, you know, you can kind of like, you don't have to like fight anything. You don't have to be like on your toes or fighting everything all the time. But it was just the process of it all. And I was just like, it was tiring, but not as bad as some of the others. So it can stay at number 4. Number 3 is my not so favorite. Well, none of them are my favorite because it's my most hated grinding list. But my number 3 is getting the lightning stone. And that was done by the, oh God, how do I say this guy? Black Ballard? Ballard? I think I was saying that right. The Black Ballard, which is this little tiny little wizard guy. Look at him. The little wizard. What can possibly go wrong? So again, this guy's located in my favorite location, Tarzan Jungle. I just realized now that all 3 of my number, like my lower 3 are all in Tarzan Jungle. So yeah. Screw that place. So this guy, again, back and forth, he spawns in, and it's just a little wizard just on this little rock. Is it a rock or a stump? I think it's a rock. On this rock, and he spawns in 5 other wizards in a row. And it's almost like a little like mini game in a sense. Oh, you can see my cat. Hey. So for this guy, one of them will jump up in the air, and you have to literally track where he goes and then hit him and then repeat the process. But the more you obviously do it, the faster they get. And oh my God, I think they have like, it's either 4 or 5 stages of this. And oh my God, the final stage, I think I only got to the final stage once ever attempting this. I just got really lucky, I guess. My eyes were like on point for tracking. But oh my God, it's just so fast. It's literally impossible. I'm having like flashbacks of how fast that guy moved. I think this guy would have been higher on my list. The only reason he isn't is because I got lucky, I guess, and it would give me the stone from the first hit of like getting the right one right. I think that happened to me like a couple of times. If you are someone who can do it all in a clean sweep, I need to see this. Also, how do your eyes work? Are they got like some natural detection tracking thing? Because oh my God, I just remembered the also annoying thing about it is when you're tracking it, sometimes if you haven't got the camera angle right, it will go over what you can see. So at that point, you're just like, well, it's anyone's game. It's literally a guessing game. It's 1 out of 5 because if you don't have the camera angled correctly, they are not in view and you're literally just there like, well, I don't know, number 4. It's just, no, I hate him. No, it's stressful. It's annoying. If you can do it, hats off to you. My number 2. I hate this guy. I know I said I hate the last one, but this guy I truly hate. And that's to access the Dazzling Stone. But you get that guy by defeating Jet Balloon. Big old fish. So this guy, not in Tarzan Jungle, surprisingly, in Neverland. And I will give this guy one thing. He spawns quite quickly. He was spawning regularly. I was going in and out of the room and he was just there 95% of the time. He's very reliable in that sense. To get the stone, you have to just simply just hit him, right? You just have to go and attack him. But actually, make sure you have to cast defense on yourself because this guy throws other fishes just at you like crazy. And if they hit you, they just get rid of your money. This guy's out for your money, and that is just rude. Loads of fishes attack you, but then they just kind of hit you and they're gone, so they're not really that, they don't stay, so it's not too bad. So you go attack the big fish, but you know what? Do you want to hear the really fun thing? Like the super duper fun thing for this guy? If you kill him over the water, there's your items gone. Literally, you watch it all fall into the ocean, and you have to start it again. And maybe this guy isn't on a lot of people's like most hated list, but to me, I hated it. I lost so many stones, so many dazzling stones just went into the water and they were just gone. And I was just like, well, I can see why he spawns regularly. I feel like I can't be alone in the hating of how much the stones went in the water, and I just hated it. I hated it so fucking much. I managed to get away around it in the end where I would get his health so low, wait on the ship for him to be over the ship and cast thunder. That's literally how I got past it. But the journey to get there was not fun. So yeah, screw you, Jet Balloon. I really hate that guy. Not as bad as my number 1. I still hate him. So before we get to my final number 1 most hated enemy to encounter when grinding, I need to give some honorable mentions because some enemies I encountered, I had a lot of fun fighting them. Like I have to give it out to some boys. This is the category for Wood Farm again, or the FAW. Wait, no, WFA. I really thought I was gonna do that flawlessly, but I guess I failed at doing that. The WFA. This is the Wood Farm again category. It's just a short little list, but I just needed to give some honorable mentions to these guys. So number 1 is getting the Mithril Stone, and that was from the Pot Scorpion in Agrabah. I think Agrabah, think about it, was probably one of my favorite maps in the game. But the Pot Scorpion, he was brilliant. He was really easy to do. Again, spawned really regularly, and you enter a room with like loads of pots. And from a tutorial I watched on how to like fight him, one of the tricks you can do is like by walking into the pots, and if they move, they're just a regular pot, but if they stay still, that's where the guy is. He's in that one. So if you destroy all the other pots but his one, you do sometimes get a chance of getting the stone just by doing that, but it's not that much of a rarity, so you do have to fight the scorpion. So when you hit the pot, scorpion comes out. He does fire out loads of goop everywhere, but again, you cast guard, and then he goes to hit you. If you have guard up, he will hit the guard and then get stunned, and you hit him. It is a little bit tedious because it takes a couple of hits to get his health all the way down, but that's literally it. You just do that, you get the stone, you go back, repeat the process. I didn't mind him. I really enjoyed fighting this guy. Whenever I saw him there, I was like, oh, okay, let's go and get the stone. Like, he was brilliant. So he's my number 3 of my WFA. Number 2, this guy. Oh my god. And this is to get the Frost Stone. It was in Monstero. It was in that area. So you had to, the only thing that annoyed me was watching the animation of the whale coming to eat the gummy ship. That part was probably the most annoying part out of all of it. To go make your way to the stomach of the whale. All you have to do for this guy, just throw an elixir on him. That's literally it. You throw an elixir on him. I didn't say his name, I realize that now. It's the Grand Ghost. Love that guy. So you literally go to him, throw an elixir on him. I guess the downside is you do waste elixirs on this guy. You hit him with 2 elixirs, he drops the stone, and that's it. That's it. Job done. Sometimes, at one point, he dropped 3 stones for me. Thinking back on it. He gave me 3 stones, and it was just so easy. So yeah, I love that guy. Wood Farm again. He's just brilliant. That's it. That's all you have to do. He's so easy. He's brilliant. Anyway, my number 1. My number 1 is getting the Blazing Stone. Oh wait, how do I say this guy's name? Chimera. And is in Night Before Christmas, which is my favorite. I would say it's my favorite worlds. One of my favorite worlds. The only, I would say, iffy part about this guy is to get him to spawn, because it is a little bit going back and forth. But when he does spawn, I just had fun with this guy. You literally have to wail on him, cast guard, and then just literally button mash, which is my favorite thing. That's my tactic. I love button mashing. Mash those buttons, and then he kind of gets stunned and he drops all these little balloons, like, no balloons, sorry, these little balls. You cast guard, you rebound the balls onto him instantly, and then you just do that. Sometimes he drops the blazing stone just by doing that motion, but when you destroy him at the end, blazing stone. That's literally it. This guy was awesome. I loved this guy. Don't know why. I think because it was a good combination of me just letting out my frustration and all the other grinding things. And this guy, you wailed on him, guard, hit the balloons back, hit the balloon. Why am I so obsessed with balloons? Hit the balls back, and that was it. He's my number one. I love that guy. I would farm again. He's the winner of the WFA, and he's brilliant. But now I talk about my number one, the most hated enemy that I have encountered, and I would not farm again. And that's to get the Power Stone. And I feel like I'm not alone in hating this guy, but this is from the Sniper Wild. Oh my God. The Sniper Wild. So when I went back and I recorded getting me all the footage of my examples of me getting the items from these enemies, I was like, I'm gonna attempt it. I'm just gonna attempt it. Originally, I wasn't gonna bother attempting it, but I was like, no, I will attempt to get this for you, for the people watching this video, just to prove how frustrating it is. I proved to you how frustrating this is just by my first encounter. So let me just explain how you get the Power Stone. So you go to Traverse Town, you go there, District 2, or I like to call it Trauma 2, because I built up a lot of trauma there. I'm fighting the freaking Sniper Wild. You go in there, you find the monkey, defeat the monkey, and it spawns 2 more monkeys, which is fine. That's fine, right? You just gotta kill those 2 monkeys, then it'll spawn 3 monkeys, and then you defeat those 3 monkeys. And that's it, and that's how you get it. And obviously I'm missing out very core detail in how you get it. Can't be seen, because if you get seen, it spawns in all these other monkeys, and you can say goodbye to your chance of getting the Power Stone, and then you have to reset the process. That's what happened to me when I went to get the footage for this. I literally went into the 2nd district, Trauma District, and the monkey saw me quite quickly, and at that moment I was like, you know what? I can't get it. I'm sorry guys, I can't get the footage obtaining the Power Stone, because I just don't want to do it again. I don't want to. I have the ultimate Keyblade. I went through my struggles. So yeah, the person who made the process on the Sniper World and how to get the Power Stone, who hurt you? I'm sorry, but who hurt you? Because that was painful, and I cannot be alone in thinking of how painful that was. So yeah, that's my list of enemies to encounter when trying to get the ultimate Keyblade. I'm happy I got the ultimate Keyblade. I love that I have it. It's a really cool Keyblade. I think it's definitely up there, one of the coolest looking Keyblades. So thank you everyone so much for watching this video. I know it's not like normal kind of videos that I do, but I just wanted to talk about these things that really frustrated me throughout this whole entire journey of obtaining the ultimate Keyblade. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this kind of video, let me know. Maybe I can make more like it if people are interested. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see y'all later. Bye guys.